Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Love's Labour's Lost. We're getting towards the end of it. We are in what a lot of versions call Act 5, Scene 2, what the folio just calls Act 5 because he didn't actually split this play up into scenes. But we get to hear from Berowne once again today. So there's been lots that's going on. The men want to entertain the ladies, so the clowns are working on a play about the nine worthies, but the men showed up dressed like Russians, but the ladies disguised themselves and changed their tokens around so that the men actually wooed the wrong women. And then the men went away and they decided they should come back to woo the ladies in their regular clothes, and the women change back into their normal clothes. And Berowne is envious of Boyette and his proximity to the ladies, and also the fact that he's a little bit of a courtesan and or man-slut, however you want to put it. And yesterday we had Berowne sort of coming clean and being like to Rosalind and being like, you know, this has all been a lot, and y'all probably know that we were Russians, so fine, whatever. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of the wooing anymore. I'm just gonna be straight with you and tell you that I'm in love with you, and that's that. And Rosalind's like, yeah, but all y'all are liars and we can't really trust you. And they're like, wait, what are you even talking about? And then it turns into a little back and forth between the Princess of France and King Ferdinand, where she's like, weren't you just here? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, or he says, you know, how can we make this up to you? And she's like, by being honest, weren't you just here? And he's like, yeah, we were. And she says, and what did you tell your lady? And he says that I respect her. And then she turns to Rosalind and is like, and what did the gentleman wooing you say to you? And Rosalind is like, that he respected me. And the king is like, wait a second, no, I didn't say that to her. I said it to you. And then there's sort of like a great big, as they realize that there has been more to all of this. And Berowne spells it out for everybody who hasn't quite caught up yet by saying, neither of either, I remit both twain. I see the trick on it. Here was a consent, knowing aforehand of our merriment, to dash it like a Christmas comedy. Some carry tale, some please man, some slight zany, some mumble news, some trencher knight, some dick that smiles his cheek in years and knows the trick to make my lady laugh when she's disposed, told our intents before, which once disclosed, the ladies did change favors, and then we, following the signs, wooed but the sign of she. Now to our perjury, to add more terror, we are again forsworn and will in error. Much upon this 'tis. And might not you forestall our sport to make us thus untrue? Do not you know my lady's foot by the squire, and laugh upon the apple of her eye, and stand between her back, sir, and the fire, holding a trencher, jesting merrily? You put our page out. Go, you are allowed. Die when you will, a smock shall be your shroud. You leer upon me, do you? There's an eye wounds like a leaden sword. So the second half of that was said like specifically to Boyette. So he starts out explaining what happened, that the ladies changed tokens and they wooed based on what token each lady had. So now they're feeling stupid and they wooed the wrong women. But then he turns on Boyette and he's like, you knew about this. You knew about this and could have done something about this, but you've been standing there like firing the flames of this. Is this your fault that all this stuff got switched around? And Berowne and Boyette almost come to blows, but then we get the clowns coming back in, Costard and Armado and all of them, and they're like, are we ready to have this play about the nine worthies? And the king is like, no, we can't let them perform. They're gonna make us look stupid. And the Princess of France is like, yes, we need to have some entertainment. Let's have some entertainment. So the king's like, all right, okay, we're gonna have this play of the nine worthies that I'm pretty sure is gonna be bad. And it is. Each of the guys comes out and and does his bit, and by the nine worthies, they're like, I am Pompey the Great, and I did this, and I'm Alexander the Great, and I did this. But there's a lot of heckling that goes on as this is happening, and it goes on for a bit, and it is a bit, and most performances put lots of bits into this bit as this play is being performed, and it just keeps going and going, and it's all good fun, and we all start to feel like the play is wrapping up. But then a messenger arrives with something to say to the princess, and we will find out what that is tomorrow. I'll see you then.